Right now, one of two things is true about your money. Either you work for it, or it works for you. That's the whole game. And almost nobody explains the simple difference between those two lives. So let me. Because moving from the first one to the second is simpler than you think. Not easy, but simple. There's a difference, and it's about to matter a lot. Before we dive in, I'm just a guy sharing what worked for me, not a financial advisor. Now, let's get into the 4 boxes, cool? Cool. Let's actually get into it. So there's this way of looking at money that completely rewired how I see it. It comes from a guy called Robert Kiyosaki in a book about what he calls the cashflow quadrant. And I'm going to break it down in plain human language because the idea is genuinely simple. There are 4 ways a person can make money. 4. That's it. Kiyosaki puts them in 4 boxes: the employee, the self-employed, the business owner, and the investor. And where you make your money from, which box you're standing in, quietly decides almost everything about your financial life. Your freedom, your taxes, how hard you have to work, all of it. And most people spend their entire lives in 2 of these boxes, never even knowing the other 2 exist. So let me walk you through all 4, quick, and I want you to figure out which one you're standing in right now. Okay, first box, the employee. This is the biggest one. This is most people. You have a job. You trade your hours for a paycheck. You show up, you do the work, you get paid. Simple, stable, and there's nothing wrong with it. But here's the catch. The moment you stop showing up, the money stops. Your income is you. If you're not there, there's no cash flow. Second box, the self-employed. The freelancer, the person who owns their own little business, the consultant, the plumber with their own van. And people think this is the big upgrade from being an employee. And in some ways it is. You're your own boss. But here's the trap nobody tells you about. A lot of the time, you didn't buy yourself a business. You bought yourself a job. A job with no boss, sure, but still a job. Because if you stop working, the money still stops. You're still trading your time for it. You're just trading it to yourself now. So notice the thing that ties the employee and the self-employed together. In both of them, you are the machine. The money only flows while you personally keep working. Stop, and it dries up. That's the left side of the quadrant. And almost everybody lives their whole life right there, thinking those are the only 2 options. They're not. Third box, the business owner. And this is a specific thing, not the same as being self-employed. A business owner owns a system, a business that runs whether they're there or not, because other people and systems do the work. The self-employed person owns a job. The business owner owns something that works without them. Big, big difference. One of them can go on holiday and still get paid. Guess which? 4th box, the investor. This is the one that sounds fancy and scary, but it's the simplest idea of all. An investor's money makes money. You put your money to work into things that pay you back over time, and now you've got money coming in that has nothing to do with your hours. You could be asleep. You could be at the beach. The money doesn't care. It keeps working. And that's the right side. The business owner and the investor. On this side, you stop being the machine. You build the machine, or you buy a piece of one, and the machine makes the money. Your income stops being tied to your time. That's the whole prize. That's what people actually mean when they say financial freedom. It's just your cash flow no longer depends on you clocking in. All right, practical part. How do you actually start shifting from working for money to money, working for you? Here's the simple version. Step by step, no fluff. Step 1. Know which box you're in. Genuinely, just figure it out. Are you an employee, trading hours at a job? Self-employed, running your own hustle but still trading your time? Most people watching this are on the left side, and that's completely fine. That's the starting line, not a failure. You just have to see it clearly, because you can't leave a place you won't admit you're standing in. Step 2. Create a gap and protect it. This is the boring foundation, and there's no way around it. You have to end up with more money coming in than going out, because that leftover gap is the only fuel you have to build anything on the right side. If every dollar you make is already spoken for, you've got nothing to put to work. So the gap comes first. Widen it however you can, earn a bit more, waste a bit less, but get a gap and guard it like it matters. Because it does. It's the seed for everything else. Step 3. Use your left side to fund your right side. This is the part people miss. Your job, your hustle, the employee or self-employed income, that's not the enemy. That's your funding source. That's the engine you use to buy your first little pieces of the right side. Most people spend all their left side money on stuff. The move is to take some of it and quietly convert it into things that pay you back. Now, this is where most people get it wrong. They think they need $1 million to start. You don't. You just need a different target. Step 4. Start putting money into assets that pay you. In plain terms, an asset is just something that puts money in your pocket. That's it. Something that feeds you instead of eating you. And this is the beginning of the investor side. You take some of that gap, and instead of spending it, you put it into things that generate cash flow over time. I'm not going to tell you what to buy. That's your research and your call. But the principle is timeless. Own things that pay you. Slowly, boringly, consistently. Step 5. Build something that doesn't need all of you. This is the business owner side, and it sounds huge, but it can start tiny. It's just anything you create once that can keep paying you more than once. Anything where the work and the payment come unstuck from each other, so you're not trading an hour for every dollar. It doesn't have to be a company with staff. It's just a shift from I get paid only when I work toward I built a thing and the thing works for me. Step 6. Take the cash flow and reinvest it. This is the quiet magic, and it's where patience pays off. When your assets start throwing off a little money, the instinct is to spend it. Treat yourself. You earned it. And okay, sometimes. But the people who actually break through take that money and buy more assets with it. Now your cash flow is buying you more cash flow. That's the snowball. It's slow at first, almost insultingly slow, and then one day it isn't. That's the whole ball game right there. Let me be real with you for a second so you don't get the wrong idea. None of this happens fast. This is not a get-rich-quick thing. And if that's what you came for, I'm sorry, but I'd be lying to you. The left side to right side journey takes years, usually. Small moves, repeated, while it looks like nothing's changing. That's the part the flashy money guys never show you, because be patient for several years doesn't sell a course. But here's why it's worth it anyway. Every single step to the right buys you back a little bit of your own life, a little more freedom, a little less of your income depending on you showing up and grinding. And that compounds not just the money, the freedom. You don't have to leap all the way to the right overnight. You just have to start leaning that way, on purpose, a little at a time. There are 4 boxes. The employee and the self-employed on the left, where you work for the money and it stops when you stop. The business owner and the investor on the right, where your systems and your money work for you, whether you show up or not. Most people never even find out the right side exists. You just did. So you don't get to unknow it now. The idea is simple. 4 boxes. Move to the right. The doing is hard and slow and boring and completely worth it. Know your box. Build your gap. Turn your left side money into right side assets and let the cash flow buy you more cash flow patiently until one day your money is doing the heavy lifting instead of you. And one more time, because it matters. I'm not your financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. It's a way of thinking. Go do your own research, look at your own life, make your own moves. But at least now you know the game you're actually playing. Keep it simple. I'll catch you in the next one.